Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Besties. Today we're going to be talking about my experience and the journey that I've gone through. I want to talk to you about what prompted me to start this YouTube channel as a musician, helping other musicians how to grow in their career, signing 5 to 6 figure gigs easily under their own belt because they have their own solo branding. What really led to this point of me having been a classically trained orchestral player to ditching everything I've ever known and going to the other side into the solo music entertainment. So if you're ready to hear about my journey in this story and then a little bit of history of music career Bestie, let's get right to it. For the first 10 years of my career in my motherhood, just catering to my kids and my family's needs, but also trying to grow as an independent musician. And I started off as a classically trained cellist. 2020, I was a very burnt out musician, music teacher, orchestral player. But now I've been successfully transitioned into my solo career. I'm now a founder of a successful solo brand called JC Cello Studio. Despite 2020 being a really weird year for everyone, and that's what led me to reassess my career path, leading me to discover new opportunities in the music and entertainment industry. So I've got a few questions lined up. Here's the first question. So how did my journey from being an orchestral player to being a founder of a solo music brand begin? Well, first, it was really challenging because as a classically trained cellist and a music educator who's worked in the school system, you have very little experience or knowledge of anything outside of this very small classical realm and niche. But the pivotal moment really happened when my orchestra fired me and I didn't even know about it. It was during COVID times and all live music had come to a stop. But it wasn't until October when I saw on Facebook that the orchestra season was starting back up. And they've already had their first opening concert of the season. And I was wondering, whoa, I never got a call back. Never got a new renewed contract. And that's when I realized that I'd been fired and let go through Facebook. That's when I realized it is time to really figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my career if I want to stay in this field, which I did. This was October. I had been thinking about going solo for a few months, exploring the different options, and I finally signed my very first NYE New Year's Eve gig with Pittman Hotel in Dallas, and they have a restaurant inside called Elm and Good, and I performed for a 3-hour set list for the New Year's Eve night. It was fun because I'd never done a solo performance and I had worked so hard to put a repertoire of 1 hour of set list because up until this moment, I didn't have hours and hours and hundreds of songs of repertoire. So that was a pivotal moment for me. What inspired me to transition from traditional music rules to entrepreneurship? One, I've always wanted my own creative freedom and just total autonomy in my career and my life. And me being a mother as well and a business owner, I do want the flexibility, which can be hard as a musician and as a business owner. So yes, working for other ensembles, other educational institutions just no longer work for me. And another thing that's really inspired me was landing this 15 months long residency at the Roots Southern Table in Dallas. And it is a restaurant of the celebrity chef Tiffany Derry. And I had performed there for 15 months straight. And that's when I started to realize, oh my gosh, there's so much more opportunities outside of the classical music world or even orchestra world, because I started to meet new people from out of town, people in the music, entertainment, arts industry, and my eyes just opened so wide to the things that I've never been exposed to. And I have to say, embracing entrepreneurship as a musician is going to be the first step to your success or you blowing up. But can I tell you a little bit about Harmony Mastery Accelerator course? It has derived from my 6 pillars of the BYOB model, which is build your own brand for musicians. This was my very first online course, and now it has been revamped, renewed to Harmony Mastery Accelerator. This has over a dozen modules. It goes over a different ways for you to be able to optimize your bios and your social media websites. It also has a place where you learn all about digital marketing, content creation, content curation. We go through so many different topics, helping you build the best brand for your specific niche. And most importantly, inside the Harmony Mastery Accelerator is my tried and true gig contract that's helped me sign multiple figure bookings and gigs. So you don't want to miss that. There's so much value there. This music contract is very specific because I've worked on this contract with my legal counsel of my music brand for years, tailoring it to my specific niche, services, my type of performance, and etc. So I know you're going to benefit so much from it. And some of my students from this course are literally revamping their career. One has completely quit her nursing job and has become a solo performer, signing gigs, weddings, events left and right. Another one of my success stories from my course is about a singer and a songwriter who's now creating a production company and leveling up in his own music career. I mean, there's so many positive things that's been happening amongst my students that have taken this course. So what motivated me to start a YouTube channel that does not really showcase my musical skills as a performer? I was so sick of teaching people how to shift, how to play the cello on Zoom and just teaching online. I don't personally find it endearing, fulfilling because of the lack of presence with the other person, because I think music is such a personal thing. And I told myself that I want to help other musicians and I want to help those people that were where I was maybe about 5 years ago, because when I was looking for mentorship or information on how to grow, how to move laterally in the music business or as a musician, it was very hard to find any in-person help. So I told myself, I'm going to be the help that I need, and in hopes of helping you guys. And I'm so happy that I haven't been doing so. Also, there's a saturation of how to play cello videos and YouTubers. They're doing incredible. So I really don't feel the need to change the game, and because it's not something I feel very passionate about. And my YouTube, helping other musicians, helping other entrepreneurs, empowering musicians to become wealthy in the music entertainment space, it fits into my overall mission of empowering musicians and empowering myself and growing the industry and growing in it together. Some of my goals and aspirations for this channel is that I hope to be able to get to 100 subscribers in the next couple months. I am coming to a year mark in 2 to 3 months. So I hope that I will continuously be able to provide you insights and value that you won't get anywhere else. And I hope you continue to come back to watch these videos. Well, there we go. We talked about why I started Music Career Bestie, why I even transitioned out of music settings in classical orchestras to being the founder of my solo music brand. We always talk about key points in here. Thank you so much and keep on rocking.